horizontal, and I'm not sure. Let's see here. It says it's locked. Orientation. Let's see, guys. We may just have to try vertical until we can get it flipped in the settings, until we know what we're doing more with this live. And by the way, welcome back to Harmon Homestead. Look who I have with me tonight here. So he is helping with the live stream. Hey, Hilltop Home Place. Glad you see me. I wish it would go horizontal. If anybody knows how to flip this on this live stream, let me know, because I've got just a part of Mr. Homestead over here. So tell everybody hi.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. So welcome back. All right. So like I said in the YouTube short today, I am going to go over our seed haul. So I just ordered from M.I. Gardner online, and I'm embarrassed to say how much here on this order. Okay, I'm embarrassed to say. So we're going to do that. We're going to do some free seed giveaway. Hey, Poodle Daddles in Missouri. We've got Missouri. We've got Hilltops in Louisiana. Is that right? We've got Alabama watching. We've got the South represented tonight. So let's see how far we can get it. Guys, like the videos. Do everything you can to help support the channel. We appreciate it. So give us a big thumbs up and keep hanging on with us in there. All right, so we're going to go over everything that I bought. I got this on a Black Friday sale. And let's see here. Are you going to help me with the chat? He's here to help me with the chat, because I can't talk to y'all and talk to myself and everything else. Are you watching the chat?
I'm watching.
Okay. If y'all ask a question, he's going to let me know, okay? Because I'm not a good multitasker like that. So I'm going to go over everything we've got. I got it on a Black Friday sale. So he had like a Merry 20, and you could get 20% off. It was $1.60 for a seed packet. And guys, his seeds do well for me, even here in Alabama. Even though he's in Michigan, and all this stuff, it's heirloom, and it does well, and it's cheap. Even if you go to Walmart, Home Depot, you can't find seeds for $1.60. The most comparable price place would be our local feed store. So I loaded up. So Mr. Homestead had to endure with the seed haul today, and he's like, what on earth are we doing with all this? Well, we're going to plan it some way, somehow. I've even ordered grow bags, guys. That's my newest thing. So there's going to be some giveaways tonight. I have got some seeds here. I'll talk about them as we go and kind of do it with each theme that I'm going with. I've separated everything here. Okay, let's just dive right into it. Squash and pumpkins. What did I order? Connecticut field pumpkin. This is an average Joe pumpkin. It's your average jack-o'-lantern. Okay, so we've got that. And then, guys, I always say stick to tried and true varieties, but this year I broke my own rule. I just ordered this stuff crazy. I don't know why. I ordered stuff that I know is probably not going to do well here, but I just ordered it anyways. Big Max pumpkin. This pumpkin, it produces up to 5 pumpkins each. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, fruit size over 100 pounds. 100 pounds. Hey, buddy. We've got a new guest back here, too. This is our little stray dog we've adopted, Buddy. Say hey. Hey, Buddy. He came to us, what, last summer?
Uh-huh.
So we'll be over here petting the dogs. Okay, so over 100 pounds each. And it was 15 seeds in this one. It's going to be a whopper if I can get these to grow. All right, and last but not least, well, I say that, and I've got, buddy. It's in the seeds. He wants to plant some seeds this spring. We've got Jaharadale pumpkins. Y'all have probably heard of these. I have tried these before. They did not do well, but the deer ate them up before I could see how they did. These are blue-looking pumpkins. We've got Long Island cheese pumpkin. Now, guys, these are all heirlooms, so if I plant these together, I cannot seed save from these, okay? Not from, if I plant all these different pumpkins together. You must only have one type to seed save. We've talked about that in our other video. Long Island cheese pumpkin, it's more of an ornamental pumpkin that you see at farmers markets, stores in the fall, thinking along those lines. Atlantic giant pumpkin. I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. I really don't. I couldn't help it. 100 to 500 pounds, but it's known to reach up to 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, one from Florida, Panhandle.
Florida. Hey, Florida. Glad to see you in there. Oh, Belle, we got to get her ball. We got the other 2 dogs in here, too, and let me show them this. If y'all have a dog, we have a Labrador Retriever mix that's mixed with a Beagle. She loves this. It come from Pet Sense, something years ago. And she survived parvo. She's our little miracle baby. This ball has lasted the whole time. So if anybody has a dog that's very active, this, I don't even know the name, but it's a red squeaky ball. That's her baby. Okay, so Atlantic Giant Pumpkin. We are going to try that. I have no clue what got into me that night. I just wanted to have it. Okay, Blue Hubbard squash. I've tried these before. Squash Vine Board's getting these every time. I'm going back this year for $1.60. I couldn't pass it up, so we are going to try. These are 15 to 40 pounds each, though, as well. All right, we've got Italian striped zucchini, and that is your cocozelle. Now, last year I grew Kakuzi squash. That was, it was great, but it took over awful. It was, my husband couldn't stand it. It took over the entire garden. It was kind of like this. It was like a snake gourd, and it was too much. It literally took over the whole garden. The blooms were the size of this candle holder here. I mean, it just humongous white blooms. Well, hey, Belle, everybody's getting in the live stream tonight. This is going to be a good night. This is Belle. Say, hey, Miss Belle. All right, so there's the zucchini. And then I got a plain gray zucchini, just regular old. I always grow Black Beauty, just what the feed store has, but I picked that. Okay, moving on. That was the squash and zucchini and pumpkins that we have, that I ordered. Okay, let's talk about corn. I ordered 3 types of dent corn from M.I. Gardener this year. Now, I am going to try to cross these together. I've got blue Hopi corn. Y'all have probably heard of that. It says beautiful royal blue variety traditionally grown by the Hopi Native Americans in Arizona. It has 30% more protein content than any other field corn. Smooth kernels have an outstanding flavor when dried and ground into flour, perfect for blue corn tortillas. So if you've ever seen stuff like that, that's probably coming from that corn. Then I turned around and got earth dent corn. Now, this is not enough to plant a field. I'm just trying to do a small spot to see if I can cross-pollinate all of this stuff, okay? 2 ears per stalk. I'm trying to read through here. But you can see the colors on here, and they're all earth tones. So I'm thinking mixing this, and then last but not least, I did this on my last live stream, the green dent corn. I cannot pronounce the first name, but what I'm going to try to do is if you plant any corn side by side, the wind pollinates, and what I'm going to try to do is kind of have everything looking like the middle, but I want to cross-pollinate this and see if I can get my own going.
Well, that's interesting. He said the Amish plant the blue Hubbard squash around the edge to draw the boars away from their others that they won't.
Really? Well, see, ours just got attacked by it. Attacked.
Well, that's what he's saying. They plant it out there for a sacrifice to the
bugs.
bugs.
Okay. That way they can, okay, I got you.
He didn't leave the good squash alone.
Well, we may do that. Hey, for $1.60, we're going to go for it. All right, so let me talk about some of the seeds I've got for this giveaway. So if you are wanting to be in the giveaway, let me know. Say, yes, I want to be in the free seed giveaway. A trap crop. Okay, I'm seeing it now. Yeah, I'm going to try. I've tried before, but we're going to try again. So I'm determined this year to grow stuff I've never been successful with before. So if you want to be in the seed giveaway, let me know. Mr. Homestead's going to holler out. And we have some seeds here. Let me know, and we'll start going from there. Okay, I am going to show you okra. I got red burgundy okra. I've never done this. I've always done Clemson spineless okra. I want to try something different, totally different this year. I still may go with my tried and true varieties, but I'm going to just have fun this year and see what we can do. So, next, Cherokee black pole beans, Cherokee Trail of Tears. Okay, so these beans, I got a bunch because I'm going to try to plant it to run up the dent corn. Okay, so I want it to spiral up. I want it to grow that way. And at the bottom, I'm going to plant some of these pumpkins, the smaller ones. So not these extra large ones. They'll have a spot up their own. But it's just a pole bean. We always do rattlesnake pole beans, but I got enough of these to do a huge crop and seed save off of these this year. Okay, next, peppers. Guys, I went crazy this year. My husband he's just barely hanging on with this. Okay, we have several peppers here, and I got all things that I have never, ever done before, never heard of. pumpkin spice jalapeno pepper, and I swore that I would not do any jalapenos this year, but I got them, okay? It's an orange jalapeno pepper. It says it's dark green to red in color, but then they turn into orange. So I just wanted to try it. Never have before. Got sweet banana pepper. I got this because people usually ask for it. That's not for me, really. I might grow a plant or two, but that's just for other people that may want it in the family or whatever. Got emerald giant bell pepper. Now, I grow bell pepper, but I wanted to try this emerald giant. Lilac bell pepper. Look at the purple bell pepper, y'all. I think that's cool. I'm going to try it.
It's different.
It's different. And speaking of purple, I hope there's a certain lady in Alabama watching this. She knows that I just love cayenne pepper and grew so much of it this year. So she wanted all these plants. So is my mom, guys. She wanted all these cayenne pepper plants, and she just kind of bailed out at the end. So I had grown all of them, and that's why I've ended up with all this pepper sauce and dried pepper flakes this year. So I said I would never grow one of these again because I've got them in mason jars everywhere on my shelves. But I saw this purple cayenne. I've never seen that before. I had to pick it up. I had to. Now, y'all, I already have, let me see. Hold up. I'm going to get up a second. I'm going to step 2 feet away. Let's see here. If I can show them. This is my dining room where I always do my seed starting stuff. Guys, I've got little sprouts everywhere. That's a broccoli that I started on 11/26. I've got seeds started everywhere. These peppers, I am going to be starting probably this week. I know it's early, but Easter is earlier this year. It may be a mild winter. I don't know. It may be a hard winter. I don't know, but peppers take forever to get up. So I'm going to go on and plant those this week. This has been over a week ago, and you can see how little stuff is. So it takes a lot of time and effort and, trouble to get these plants on up. So I just wanted to show you that really quick and how long it takes for a seed to germinate. Okay, so I showed you the peppers. Let's see here. What else we got? We have cucumbers. I got 2 here, an Ashley cucumber, and then this cucumber. Viet Alpha, I can't pronounce that. It's known as the Middle Eastern cucumber. This variety was cultivated in Israel, only produces female flowers. They are self-pollinating. That's very good. So that's why I tried that, and it had great reviews. So I just got 2 cucumbers. Okay. Next, lettuce and brassicas. We're going to go over these. I got a ton. I am also going to hopefully fire up my Dollar Tree stackable planters this year. I'm going to try to plant in those. The chickens, we've got more dogs loose in the neighborhood, so the chickens are having to stay up right now, and they may just have to stay up for a while. So the more that they stay up, the more I just want to plant outside that I couldn't before in buckets or Dollar Tree stackable planters or things like that. So I may be planting lettuce in that very soon. I got crisp mint romaine. So this is a staff favorite. May appear mint in color, but not in taste. Mild, sweet, and crunchy flavor. I love romaine lettuce. It's one of my favorites. I have Marvel of Four Seasons head lettuce. Y'all have probably heard of this one.
Yes, we did get a little bit of rain over the weekend. Not much, just a little bit.
Not near what we was expecting. It was not good. What do you think?
Less than an inch out of the 2 to 4 they promised us.
Yeah, I think that they said we got like a 1/4 of an inch of rain. It was nothing. I did the short on our pond. It was awful. Or, family land here. It's awful. It's down so low. It's just so dry. I've still not been able to do the outdoor cooking. I wouldn't start a fire right now. I don't even know. I think they've lifted part of the burn ban maybe, but
South Alabama.
Yeah, I think we're still, I wouldn't light it even if we weren't under a burn ban.
We're in an advisory. The county north of us is in a ban still, or last I looked they were.
Yeah, we're like 15 minutes from, or 10 minutes from the next county, so yeah, I wouldn't be doing that right now. But yeah, pray for rain, guys. We need it. It's rough.
Yeah, Kathy, I hope we do get some rain this weekend.
I hope we get all we can get. All right, we got complimentary salad bowl mix. Just got that. Danish ball head cabbage. I am trying cabbage. This I'm starting tomorrow indoors. We're going to do that. I've always had trouble with cabbage, not forming heads. I've always had trouble with that. But I've never planted it as transplants in January or February. So I'm going to try this year, and hopefully that'll help. Red acre cabbage. This is the cabbage I have tried before. Savoy Perfection cabbage. This actually did the best for me of any cabbage that I've ever tried. We're going to hit it again. I'm going to try this. Copenhagen Market cabbage. Never tried that one. And what I'm going to do is plant just like 2 of each. But I still wanted to have, you know, try all this stuff. I just want to try it for the for the price. So, a good deal. He's over here going, oh. Early Jersey Wakefield cabbage. And then Golden Acre cabbage. I don't know why I got so many cabbages that night. I guess I was wanting cabbage. So, all right. Next, herbs.
Go lay down, pup.
Well, no, I'll tell you what. I think I'm going to do the tomatoes and then I'm going to do the herbs because the herbs are the most that I have gotten so far.
Kathy says Copenhagen is good.
Well, we're going to try it. We're sure going to try it. Okay, I have, well, I don't know how many tomatoes I've got. It's a problem. It's a problem, y'all.
It is a problem.
It's a problem. Y'all have been there, done that. I know y'all have somewhere down the pike. You've seen all this stuff. And I should have listened to my own advice. But a lot of people, guys, want transplants from us. So a lot of times I get this stuff for other people. Okay, so that's the main reason. But,
come on,
you know, it is what it is. So, anyways, you going to take Buddy to bed?
No. I'm just gonna walk him back this way and make sure they got some water.
Okay. All right, let's go over our tomatoes. Again, if anybody's, I see the numbers are going up a little bit. If anybody wants to be in the seed giveaway, let us know, okay? We've got a sprayless tomato here, Perrin sprayless tomato. And now I didn't get it because of the names. I didn't get it because of the colors. I got it because of the description in each packet. This is semi-determinate. There's a difference between determinate and indeterminate. We always plant indeterminate unless it's a paste tomato, okay? I'm not doing paste again this year. I'm just not. This says, do you battle diseases in your tomato plants? If so, this tomato may be for you. It's disease-resistant vines or huge producers, yielding medium, uniform tomatoes, giving you a fruit with a great taste. So, and the days to maturity are 70. So, I got this because of disease resistance. Okay, Patty, you want to be in the seed giveaway? Okay, if anybody else, let us know throughout here, especially if you're catching up, okay? Just say yes, and I'll have Mr. Homestead at the end go back through all these. All right, we got 42-day tomato. I got something extra early in case there are predictions of severe heat this summer. So, if it's going to look like it's going to be 100 degrees in July, tomatoes aren't going to be doing well, so I'm going to want something like that. I'm going to try to plant extremely early crops this year at Easter, get my crops in, and then have some longer plants and see how they fare in the heat. But something like this, at least I'll have a crop. 42 days, okay? The Paul Robeson tomato, y'all have heard of this if you watch any. Hey, Soapy Gal. Okay, you're in it too. Anybody that has dealing with homesteading has heard of this tomato. It's been marketed. It's been commended by people. I have never grown this. I just wanted to. It's indeterminate. Dynamic flavor, eye-catching color, said it's smoky. 75 days to maturity. So you can see why I kind of got the 42 day over here and then the 75, 70 days. So I tried. Black Creme, I have grown this before. I wanted to grow it again. It's a longer time though, 80 days. It's indeterminate. It's a beefsteak variety. Burgundy purple fruits with a red rust bottom. Originally crossed with a beefsteak and a Cherokee purple. I think that is so interesting. If y'all order seeds, read the back of the packets and learn and understand. So on my seed packet video, I was going over GMO, non-GMO, hybrid, non-hybrid. That's what I was explaining. You can cross your own seeds. So this Black Creme is a hybrid, but of course it's non-GMO. You can create your own seeds with heirlooms. Really, it's just going to take years to weed out the bad characteristics, and you're going to have to go back and forth. Kind of like, best thing I can explain is like doing olive eggers. You have to go back to the Marans, back to the Americanas, back and forth over a long time. Never doing Arkansas Traveler tomato again. Needs lots of pruning. No, Poodle. Don't tell me that, Poodle, because we got it in here. Don't tell me that. We got that in here. I just grabbed it. I said, well, I'm going to try it. Well, that'll be somewhere down the pike. Okay, next. Big Rainbow tomato. Indeterminate. They live up to their name. Giant tomatoes weighing regularly between 1 to 2 pounds. I am not good at growing large tomatoes. I would like to try that. One reason I've stayed away from it, guys, is because we can so many of the Hey, from Texas. Okay, let's get some more states in here. I want to see the most. I have never been. I'm gonna stop. I have never been. Well, me and my husband went to Virginia to the Blue Ridge Parkway and traveled it all from Shenandoah National Park all the way down this year. But otherwise, I had never been outside of Georgia, Tennessee, and North Carolina. And when I say North Carolina, I mean Cherokee, crossing over from Gatlinburg. I'm not a world traveler, so seeing all these different states, I would love to go to Texas and all these other places. I love this stuff. So, are you writing down that we had 2 people say they wanted to be in the seed giveaway? Okay. I'm gonna let him pick tonight, I believe. So y'all's fate's gonna be in his hand.
Notes, and I'm gonna throw them in the hat and let her pull them out.
Okay. Again, if you're joining in, if you want to be in, come on down. Hey, I don't know the heat y'all had this past summer. From what I saw on the news, I don't know if we could take any worse than what we had here in Alabama. So we got the Ozarks, West North Carolina originally. Okay. Very good. That was our favorite part of the whole trip this year was North Carolina when we went through Mount Mitchell and all of those places. It was beautiful. So, all right, the big rainbow tomato. It's 90 days on this one. It's huge. It's a huge tomato. We're going to see. It's going to need a lot of water. So, hey, Lisa. See you too. My husband's over here, Mr. Homestead. He's kind of running the chat. So, I'm just looking at these seeds. And here, whoever told me, the Arkansas Traveler. So if it needs pruning, Lord knows I can prune a tomato plant if y'all have watched my videos this year. So I have done nothing but prune and spray copper to everything out here in this yard. But it held on. 75 days, indeterminate. This variety originated before the 1900s in the Ozark Mountains. Very old American classic, rich true tomato flavor with pink fruit. Very resistant to heat, humidity, cracking, and drought. Whoever said that, I'm losing the names in here. Whoever said don't get this with the pruning, who did? Poodle. Tell me, was it good against heat, humidity, cracking, and drought that you know of? I'd like to know myself, so that way I can kind of prepare some of this stuff. All right, beefsteak tomato. Guys, this is for people that ask me for transplants, want me to grow stuff for them. That is the number one plant. That and Atkinson here in Alabama that people want, beefsteak. They love it. I grew beefsteak this year. They were great. They were small enough that I was able to slice these and water bath these and can them for my green tomatoes. They worked out well for that. That's the problem with these monsters like this big rainbow, mortgage lifter, all that. You can't slice and can. So, not really. And they're so irregular in shape. And some of these got so big. If you look at the arches up here, it was hard to try to slice those. So I used them for salsa verde, salsa, diced, I waited till they got red. But as far as canning green tomatoes, I would look for a perfect uniform little tomato plant to grow. All right, black from Tula tomato. I have no clue what this is, but I'm going to try it. 75 days, indeterminate. Deep burgundy and green in color with a flattened globe shape. Grown for slicing with its low acidity and sweetness. Now, I personally love acidic tomatoes. I want them to draw my jaws, okay? These are not as acidic, but he may like something different. My grandmother may like something different. My mom, my dad, we give stuff to people. I just wanted to try it. I lost my mind on Black Friday, okay? Mortgage lifter tomato, 80 days, over 2 pounds. Fruity sweetness, great for all uses. So, y'all have probably heard of that one. Now, I'm pretty sure this one's going to do well here in Alabama. Floridade tomato. What did I say those were before, the cherry tomatoes?
Everglades.
Everglades. If it says it comes out of Florida, it will take heat and humidity. I'm pretty doggone sure because we grew those Everglades cherry tomatoes and they were invasive, okay? They were foolproof. You could grow them anywhere. We gave them to a friend. They said they live in a subdivision. And it's a pretty upscale subdivision. They said that it was growing out in their manicured lawn. So they wanted to try a patio plant. So, those things you couldn't get rid of. So I thought, well, if it's going to be hot this summer, let's look at something like this. Floridade tomato, 1976, does very well in hot temperatures. Days to maturity, 85 days. So it's highly productive and heat tolerant. Florida native, was made to thrive in warm and humid climates. So guys, if you live in someplace hot, this right here is something that you need, something like that. If it says Florida, if it says, like one person said in here, Texas or Louisiana, something on the coast, something hot, something humid, you're probably going to fare better than, like me trying to grow this Atlantic pumpkin. but I'm just gonna try to see, okay?
Well, Truth Seeker said it was recommended to him to grow in heat and humidity,
The Floridade.
the Floridade. And Poodle said they were absolutely productive in a drought, but they were on the small size, bigger than a cherry, but smaller than aroma on the
Okay.
Arkansas.
Okay. We're going to try them and see, Poodle. I'm glad they can deal with drought because the way it's been this year here, I don't know. I don't know. It was all we could do in our pasture garden this year to grow corn, and I don't know if next year is going to be any different. I thought it was going to be a hard winter. We're not even in winter yet. We've got a long ways to go, but I've been kind of off on that. So maybe, I don't know. I may be wrong, but I'm preparing for the worst. If they do well in drought and it comes a flood, then they'll still do fine. I missed a pepper over here. I got it all confused in the wrong pile. Big red bell pepper. I just needed some more of those. That was the only reason I got those. Okay. We're not even halfway through these tomatoes. Chocolate Stripes tomato. Look at that. Cool. Native to Peru. 70 to 95 days. Again, y'all, these were all $1.60 at the time with his sale. He said he had so many orders, he doesn't know if he would even do it again. So, I don't know. It may have been because of me. I don't know. I had a whopping order. Rich, sweet, and earthy fruits. Slightly metallic shimmer. Makes it an eye-catching addition to the garden. This variety does well in any zone. I just wanted to try this stuff, y'all. And a lot of times you'll get these seed catalogs and things will look so beautiful, these heirlooms, and it just, a lot of times they're expensive. So that's why I got a lot of this stuff. It was just cheap. So just to try. I don't know. I guess I mixed peppers all in here. Coral bell pepper. I wanted to try that one. Kellogg's breakfast tomato. This one I think I've grown before. I'm not sure, but I don't think I had great success. I bought it again to see. Days to maturity, 70 to 90. And it's an indeterminate. This West Virginia heirloom was made famous by an humble farmer. Darrell Kellogg preserved the variety in Redford, Michigan. Its bright orange fruit bursts with sweetness. Favorite amongst many seasoned gardeners. Delicious sliced, juice, canned, or cut fresh for salads. That'd be cool if it's made in West Virginia. Here watching right now. That's pretty cool.
I thought we had a West Virginia on here.
I don't know.
Not Western North Carolina.
All right, Triple L crop. Indeterminate, 80 to 90 days. An insanely productive tomato variety that produces clusters of 3 to 5 tomatoes each, weighing 12 to 16 ounces. So these are going to be kind of small, okay? Traditionally grown as a greenhouse tomato, also has success outdoors. Trellising is required with this variety. Deep red, blemish free. So greenhouse tomato and all, it may not have the biggest flavor, but it's going to be kind of a more perfect looking tomato. It may be like something you go see at Walmart, someplace like that, where it's just perfect uniform, maybe on the smaller side. Okay, I'm going to stop right here. How many people do we have wanting to be in the giveaway?
I've got 3 right now that I've seen.
Okay. I am going to put this up, and I want to see if anybody's interested. If you're interested, say yes. If you're not, then let's say no, okay? I got these seeds. This is one of our very popular videos. These are micro dwarf tomatoes. They produce, it's about the size of a nickel. I had great success with these. They are in a sealed Ziploc bag. I planted some of these inside, like 2. I've got these seeds. If anybody, there's probably 15 in here. If anybody would like these, let me know. It's Red Robin. Yeah, if y'all got plenty of seeds, that's fine. I just thought I might bless some others since I had some. Since I had gotten so many. So I've got that. The micro dwarf cherry tomatoes here. It was really cool to see this grow. I grew these in the Dollar Tree stackable planters, y'all. And it worked. It really worked. We've got a Hey from Arkansas, beautiful puppy. He's stealing the show. Y'all gotta give Miss Belle some love too now.
She won't come back in here. She's on the couch asleep. So
that's our first seed. If anybody wants these, let me know. There's videos on this. You can go back through my playlist and see, but it's pretty cool. I had, I think, 5 colors of these. I'm not going to give them all away. I'm going to give them another shot this year too. So, all right. Let's see here. So if anybody wants those, that's my first one. Just give me a holler, okay? There's more if somebody wants some more, okay? All right, next, going back on my tomatoes, what I bought. Brandywine red tomato. Y'all have heard of this one. Everybody's heard of Brandywine. It's an indeterminate, 85 days, beautiful beefsteak variety, sweet and acidic. So that's what I was liking, something tart. Making them a delicious addition to BLTs, burgers, and salads. So the twin of the yellow beefsteak. Next, Cherokee Purple. Y'all have all heard of this one. Everybody's heard of this one. This Tennessee heirloom, believed to have been passed down by the Native Americans of the Cherokee tribe. This plant is open-pollinated, indeterminate, bearing 8-ounce flattened globe fruits that are dark reddish purple to black in color. Meaty tomato with bold flavor. Guys, this is a lot of people's favorite tomato. 80 days to maturity. So, next, Hillbilly tomato. Another West Virginia tomato. 1 to 3 pound tomatoes, massive in size, 85 to 90 days, indeterminate. All of my stuff you'll see is indeterminate. I only had that one semi-indeterminate tomato. Are you trying to plant some seeds?
He's trying to get up there and walk across the table.
He just won't be in my lap, y'all. Bonnie Best tomato. Indeterminate, classic heirloom tomato that has been grown since the early 1900s, used for fresh eating, but also staple in making ketchup. Grows remarkably well in northern regions, okay? Hi, my name is Lainey at Hilltop Home Place, and I'm a seed addict. I am in therapy right now. So I am in the hardcore therapy for this. I mean, my husband said, what are you doing with all this? I said, I don't know. I'll just plant it out in the pasture. I can't help it. I got to try it. Y'all, I love starting seeds indoors. I cannot help it. I love it. That's my favorite part. And I started early this year just do it. I mean, who cares? If you have to chunk them, you chunk it, you know? I mean, the chickens will eat them. It'll be fine. 75 days to maturity, okay? All right, Ace 55 tomato. I have grown this one before. It did very, very well. But it is a semi-determinate. Fresh out of the garden flavor, low acidity. Perfect for those who have been wary of tomatoes in the past. Production is reliable and the size is consistent. It actually did well. 80 days. Superior, drought resistant, and resistant to blossom and rot.
That's right, Truth Seeker. Seeds are just miracles in tiny packages.
Yeah, we're in trouble. So, y'all, this is just, I've actually ordered from him already this year. I can't help it.
He said he'd ordered seeds from Ukraine.
Ukraine? What you getting in Ukraine? What we got? So, hey, probably some sunflowers. They're really big on sunflowers over there. I don't know, but I think that's one of their top crops. So it may have been. I don't know. I've stuck to the U.S. so far, but we might be venturing out for long. Okay, Brandywine Pink. Brandywine Pink. If my parents are watching this, they are probably like, what are you doing? My husband, he grins and bears it. He grins and bears it. Brandywine Pink, indeterminate. If you've ever seen a photo of a tomato that is bigger than a slice of bread, this is the variety that can pull it off. So you can see I've got some whoppers this year. I've never been, we need to start a support group, Hooked on Seed. Yes, that's pretty good. That would be me. Yes, 75 days to maturity. Vigorous vines, requires cages. Guys, I grew tomatoes on cattle panels this year. That was probably the best thing that I have ever done. Cattle panel tomatoes were the way to go, okay? They were the pure way to go because you can prune them to a nub. And who were you telling the guy at the feed store? What did he say about the row cropping and the tomatoes? I was already doing it. I was filming it. I was doing it. I said, I'm just going to wedge all these plants together. Now, they all caught the blight. That's obvious in my whole garden, whether they were in cages or the cattle panel. But what did he tell you about? He said people grew them like that, row cropping tomatoes, actually, that way, where they would plant them.
Oh, yeah, up on Sand Mountain.
Sand Mountain, if anybody in Alabama has ever heard of that, or anybody outside Alabama, Sand Mountain, Alabama is known for tomatoes. They grow the best tomatoes. There used to be farmers markets up there. I guess there still is.
There still are.
That's where I canned my first diced tomatoes. I didn't have enough that very first good year that I had. Everything rotted because it was so wet, so I learned how to can green tomatoes. But anyways, my husband's sister got a bunch of tomatoes from Sand Mountain for me, and I canned those up. But anyways, apparently up there, a lot of them do it that way. They plant them by cattle panels or some kind of fence structure.
They just plant them and let them run across the ground.
I thought he said they pruned them up.
They let them run across the ground, but they go out there and prune the vines to nothing.
So it's like just cords laying on the ground. There's no leaves. There's no, very, very small. And I started researching this, and a lot of people actually do it that way. So, you know, I didn't know. They survived. They did well. I think the ones in the cages did better at the end overall, but I'm not going to swear that they didn't. So I don't know. I think I'm going to end up doing it this year again for sure on the cattle panel. So that will help with all of these tomatoes. Okay, Black Seaman tomato. This is an indeterminate from the 1930s was first brought to America from Ukraine. Well, there you go. I wonder if that's where his seeds come from. There you go. Plants produce roughly 1 pound tomatoes that are perfectly round, blemish-free, and are deep burgundy in color. The flavor of the Black Sea Man tomato is rich, with its flavorful hints of pineapple and tropical fruit. These are good producers all season long, and it's their top-selling tomato at MI Gardener. So I don't know why. I guess because it said top-selling tomato, I had to get it too. 80 to 90 days. Okay, let's stop and see. Did anybody want the micro dwarf?
I didn't see anything on the micro dwarfs.
Okay, I have some Sunbright pepper here. Sunbright pepper. That is a delicious variety that is ideal for the home gardener. If anybody would like this, let me know. Say yes in the comment you would like this pepper. 5-inch long sweet peppers, bright yellow color that will add a ray of sunshine to any salad or veggie tray. They're perfect for stuffing. I did that this year, guys. We did stuffed bell peppers all summer long, and it was really good. Okay, I'm finishing up these tomatoes almost. Giant crimson tomato. Indeterminate. Plants produce decent amounts of tomatoes with a pink-red hue when fully ripe, weighing around 8 to 10 ounces, sometimes close to a pound. A bit of a beefsteak with meatiness, but also the juiciness of a slicer. Seeds are medium-sized, but few. 85 to 90 days on that one. I'm not sure what made me want that one. I just did. Probably crimson for the, I ain't going to say it might cause controversy. The Crimson Tide, roll Tide, y'all. So we've been all over the news with this football stuff. All right, Abe Lincoln tomato. Indeterminate. The tomato was cultivated in the 1920s by a farmer from Abe's home state of Illinois. 80 to 90 days.
Patty wants the peppers.
Okay. Anybody else want the peppers or just Patty? Patty's it?
That's
Patty's
it.
got them. Okay. Patty, go to my channel and look in the description. It's harmonhomestead@yahoo.com. Email me the address you want me to send these seeds to, okay? It's in the description of my channel. So just email me and let me know, okay? And we will get them to you shortly. Porter tomato, indeterminate, developed for the heat of Texas. So these are heat, again, I'm getting these heat and drought, excuse me guys. These heat and drought resistant tomatoes. Egg-shaped variety, sets fruit even in hot, dry climates. Perfect for canning or juicing, very juicy. Very productive, drought resistant. They say that over and over. Grows from 2 to 4 ounces a piece. 65 days to maturity. So this has got kind of early maturity, and it's also got heat resistance, and especially with Texas. Again, if you see Texas or Florida on any kind of description, if you're trying to grow stuff like that that will do well in the South, get it, okay? It'll thrive. Brandywine black tomato. This is the last tomato that I got. Indeterminate. The 1920s variety. Wonderful true tomato flavor. We went over the pink Brandywine, all that I've got. 80 to 90 days. Heavy yields on vigorous vines will require support for an ideal harvest. So, heat resistant, drought resistant, and I just got whoppers just to try. Okay, these huge tomatoes.
Oh, Soapy Gal wants the tomatoes you showed after the yellow pepper.
The micro dwarf. These. Just let me know, Sophie.
She'll let us know in a minute.
Okay. That's the only tomatoes I got tonight. It's the micro dwarf. So just let me know. That's what we got. My husband's taking away the the peppers. They're reserved for Patty. You may have to get me some more water. Maybe I can make it through. Okay. Last but not least, the biggest thing of the night. So I have been very, very, very unsuccessful with herbs so far, but I ordered a ton this year. They're expensive at Walmart. They're expensive in the stores. He had them on sale, and I got them. I don't know what I'm doing with a lot of this, but I have looked these up for certain reasons. We're all adults. You can see what these herbs do, the potential that they carry, and go from there, okay? So if you decide that you might want to start an herb garden, okay? All right. So the first thing that I got was broadleaf sage. You can cook with it, but guys, again, this stuff, look it up, understand it. I've been doing a lot of research. This stuff has a lot of different properties to it, okay? So this is a perennial herb, lasts long into the cold of winter. y'all have heard of sage. You make sage dressing. We put it in our dressing down here. Sage sausage. What
Really?
else can we do sage with? A lot of meat. Deer meat uses sage a good bit. 60 days. So mainly for cooking on this, but again, I got this stuff for specific reasons. Okay, St. John's wort. Y'all have heard of that. I'm going to try to grow that this year. It says it needs minimal care. Now, I'm going to hopefully transform my whole front yard into kind of an herb garden. Surprise, Harlan. So, he's
No,
going,
we're not.
no. So, wait, I don't know. We'll work it out some way or another. All right, 110 days for the St. John's wort. It can be used, let's see here. Once harvested, it can be brewed as a tea to treat symptoms of insomnia, depression, anxiety. It can also be used topically in the form of essential oil. Sunburn, arthritis, muscle pain can become invasive. So, guys, before you do anything that it says on the back, I would, this is not a doctor. You've got to talk to your doctor. You've got to be informed about this stuff. And this stuff, you need to do what you need to do, okay? Do the right thing. All right, green purslane. I got this because it's used as a thickener in soups. It can be eaten as a snack, high in omega-3 fatty acids. Plant leaves can be used in smoothies and juices. It's a succulent-like plant that yields year-round, tolerant to heat, drought, and cold, and a perennial. May be poisonous to some kinds of livestock when consumed in excessive amounts. That's something very, like what you need to pay attention to, okay? Especially if you have animals. Do they know I'm giving away just the little 2 seeds, or do they think?
The little seeds.
Okay, so far, these are my seeds, y'all, okay? But if I have some extras later on, we might do another live and do another, like, giveaway if I don't get to plant some of it. I see somebody want the medicinal stuff. I've got, right now, the micro dwarf tomatoes.
Micro dwarfs.
If anybody wants any.
Indian corn.
Okay, I've got a pack of Indian corn, glass gem. This is unopened. I got it, I think, 2 months ago. I have not opened it. It's been this year. Purple plum radish. And then National Pickling Cucumber. So that's the seeds right here that I've got. If somebody would like them, let me know. And I will email you. Or you email me, okay? Let me know in the comments. That's the only seeds I've got tonight available. But again, if I've got extras, we'll do this again, guys, okay? I thought I was doing pretty good with 5 packets tonight. Somebody already wanted one. So I said, well, maybe we can try to get, get everybody involved and get them liking the channel. And
Soapy girl wants you Indian corn.
okay. Are you keeping tabs on all this?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And guys, the last chat that I did, I think it was Friday. It took 2 days to upload that chat, and I could not see y'all's comments. I could not see the live chat until it uploaded, and I had to watch it myself like as a viewer. So be sure and let my husband know tonight. That way I'll know. Okay. All right. We talked about the purslane. We got that. Dill. I use dill all the time. You're welcome. Bouquet dill. I use dill continuously. I've got a video that may be uploading right now as we speak on freezer prep meals, and I did that today because somebody asked me to do some recipes. I did freezer meals and stocking your pantry, and I used so much dill, it was crazy. I love dill. If you don't like salt, or you don't need to be eating salt.
Lisa wants you cucumbers.
Okay. If you just don't like salt, or again, if you got reasons you're not supposed to have salt, dill to me kind of substitutes it. It gives it a twang. Anything that you're cooking, it really just, it gives it a twang. And I like salty, I like sour, so the dill helps. Now, I just like dill, so I've used it in everything, so of course we're gonna grow this. A lot of this stuff too, guys, will keep pests away from your plants. So you need to look up companion gardening.
Thyme steeped for 6 weeks in honey and a bit of vinegar is amazing for sore throat and can also be used to make salad dressing if you add oil, salt, and pepper. That's from the Truth Seeker.
There you go. So that's kind of the route I was going with this stuff. So I'm a big one on, if my throat gets sore, I personally like honey, some cinnamon, a little lemon, stuff like that, a tea or something like that. So I'm more into that this year, and I'm going to try to increase my knowledge because you never know. I mean, people talked about, what was the, well, you've seen the shelves go empty. Sometimes you just want to try to learn how to do stuff that grows naturally. So I'm not doing permaculture. I'm trying to do just again, I want to be more sustainable. I want to be able to go out to my yard and pick something than have to go to the store. So the more knowledge you get, the better. That's, that's all I say, If it flops, it flops. And the way my herb look is when it'll probably flop, but at least I've tried. Okay, dark green flat leaf parsley. You can cook with this. You can do so many things with this. 65 to 80 days, savory and lemony. This is what I've got. It's rich in vitamin C, regarded as a superfood because of its high concentration of vitamins and minerals. First to grow in the spring, last to die in the winter. Delicious, dried, or fresh. If you do not have a food dehydrator, I would highly, highly, highly recommend getting one. Okay, my mother got me one. It's a Presto dehydrator. It's round. It's perfect. It's simple. I used it today. We dehydrated pasta. So, I would get a dehydrator, especially if you're going to do herbs. I didn't like dehydrated tomatoes, but I love, love, love dehydrated apples, bananas. A lot of your fruits that you can put up on the shelf is great. I've got the cayenne pepper. We made the red pepper flakes. I've got, my mind's drawing blank, y'all, but we've got a ton of stuff. Chives. Chives. And believe it or not, the two things that I have never planted, garlic and onion. And really, that's a shame. I should have done that. We've got wild garlic here, but I should have done that, but I just haven't yet. But anyways, we've got chives, 80 days, related to shallots, leeks, and scallions. This onion variety is used as an herb in most recipes. Pale purple flowers are edible as well. See, I'm learning the more that I get this stuff. I'm learning too, so don't feel bad. Because I can't tell you what's edible and what's not. I wish there was just some humongous book. And I've got an encyclopedia of herbs, but this stuff's so comprehensive. And you have to be careful going outside and just picking up a weed. Next thing, you'd be done got a hold of poke salad or something. I mean, the berries. Don't do that. They're poisonous. So, you have to be careful with this stuff. Plant somewhere spacious they can overtake. They like to rain and they're very handy to use fresh. So a lot of these too, you can grow in pots, planters, you can grow in small spaces, stuff like that, okay? Will you please get me some water? I'm about to parch to death. Okay, borage. I have never grown this. I've never done it. Attractive annual, producing cucumber flavored leaves and attractive flowers. Used to flavor salads, pickles, cream cheese spreads, or cook and eat like spinach. It is a surprisingly large plant for the size of the flowers it puts out. Flowers cluster on flower stalks in group of 8 to 10 flowers, all blue and a white center. Beautiful, grown in containers. Maturity days, 60 days. I've not gotten into anything that I will need to start like right now, except I've got some stuff coming up. Most of this is to start in the spring. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the talking, it's making me hoarse, y'all. And we were, of course, out in the woods before we started this live stream. We had supper, so I've been out in the cool tonight. But a lot of herbs, I've told you before, you have to start really, really, really early. And that's what the heat mat's for. So when you're starting your peppers around here, you need to be starting some of these herbs. And we'll go over that. Johnny Jump Up Violas. I've just went all over the place this year. Adding violas to your diet can be extremely beneficial. And y'all, I'm reading the back of these packets. Because they are high in micronutrients and antioxidants from their vibrant colors. Plants grow low to the ground and are very cold hardy as they are heat tolerant. They love beds, borders, edging, and rockeries. Also known as Mount Helen viola. I'm not sure what that means. 60 to 70 days. So, you've seen like lollipops with these in it, or these like the very niche flowers and candy and things like that, or soaps, or what. There's probably this. That's where I got the idea. So I just wanted to try it and see what we could do this year. So I thought, I've always heard of Johnny Jump Ups like those. That was a pack of 350. It's just itty bitty seeds. Okay, Homestead lavender. So this needs to be started soon when I start these peppers. 90 days to maturity, but it can take 30 days to germinate. That's the whole thing. Like if you look at the violas, it's 4 to 9 days to germinate. Lavender, you're looking at 14 to 30 days. This English heirloom variety, and I've always seen, there's another type, and I can't think, I'm thinking of English lavender, and there's another one, but I picked this one for some reason. It's a variety packed full of essential oils and the most sought after because of it. Extremely fragrant. For use in cooking, crafts, or decorating. The perfect lavender for container gardening because of its smaller growing habit. So a lot of this stuff can take over. That's why some of it I chose small, some of it I chose large. Whew, I feel like an auctioneer, y'all. I told you, I had pages and pages of these seeds. The rest is just herbs. I've shown you everything else that we're growing. Fenugreek. Again, there was a reason that I got each one of these. A delicious green with edible seeds. Fenugreek greens are used in traditional Indian cuisine for their strong curry-like taste. In some countries, fenugreek seeds are used like coffee. Their caramel maple scent and flavor make a delightful addition to teas and baking. Used in herbalism to support digestion and support lactation for nursing mothers. Again, if you're a nursing mother, you check with your physician first, okay? Y'all do that. I'm not giving out any medical information. I'm reading off the back of the packet. You do what you think's best. 30 to 40 days stays to maturity. This is very quick. If any of y'all have ever grown this, let me know. My husband didn't. He said, "What is that?" So I said, "I don't know. I hope I'm pronouncing it right." So, all right. German chamomile. We've all heard of chamomile. I love chamomile tea. It's one of my favorite things. I love it, and I wanted to grow it 50 days. And there's several different types of chamomile as well. Y'all have heard of this, but you can do chamomile soap, chamomile bath bombs, chamomile whatever. Okay, we've got Bonnie and Briscoe out here, and I thought that I just truly need to get this for them. You want to tell them what it is?
No.
You tell them.
No.
Catnip. So I thought Bonnie and Briscoe, our little cats, would like this a little bit. I'm going to try to grow it and plant it outside. 55 days, known to make cats go crazy, and has been used in traditional medicine for generations. Catnip can be grown in many locations, is not invasive, and is easy to grow, similar to mint or basil, with small white flowers forming at full maturity. One of the hardest things that I have ever grown in my life. Y'all will not believe this. Now, I've never planted it in the ground, but what's my number one hardest plant?
I don't know.
Mint.
Oh.
You gotta tell them. I mean, I can't grow mint for anything. I don't know what it is.
If you keep it watered, it'll grow.
I mean, I don't know what. No, I have. It just, well, maybe I didn't. But mint, I was too scared to plant it in the ground, and then it outgrew its container each time, and then I was just done at the end of gardening season. But this year I'm gonna try as well again. But it said it was similar to mint. But I didn't want to plant it in the ground because I figured Mr. Homestead wouldn't like that too much all over his yard. So mint growing everywhere.
The lawnmower won't care.
Lemon balm. Lemon balm, heirloom herb, grows much like mint, except far less invasive. You have to be careful with this stuff because a lot of this is invasive, guys. Citrusy smell with a touch of mint, and it's amazing in teas. Now, what I did when I did have my mint plant year after year, my annual mint plant, is I would get a few leaves off of it. I had a frozen cucumber. You can have a fresh one. Chop it up, put it down in some ice water. I love that. It is so refreshing. Just cucumber, mint water. I like stuff like that. He's like, no, I'm good.
No.
But I do. So, and the whole thing is with this stuff, you can dehydrate it and put it on the shelf and have shelf-stable herbs on the shelf that you can use all winter. Because I miss those mint leaves right now. I miss all the stuff, and I didn't get into dehydrating until this year. Like, it took me 2 years ago to get into canning. Now I'm into dehydrating. So you learn new skills as you go. I mean, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. You know, you just pick up as you go. All right, I did get lemon mint. It's not a true mint, but it's a dramatic addition to the herb garden. Clustered towers, can they see me? Or
Yeah.
see the packet? Okay. Clustered towers of purple flowers bloom to attract pollinators as they release a heavenly scent. Crush the leaves of this variety to release their bright lemony scent. Leaves can be used raw, dried, or cooked for seasoning in any recipe. Days to maturity, 80 days. We got that.
Hilltop, I agree with you. We don't need catnip planted. We got enough cats here already.
What did Hilltop say? I'm scared to plant it. Me and my cat. Yeah, he's a little allergic to them. I was years ago, but I had allergy shots growing up. Actually, now I'm fine around them, but I was severely allergic to cats. But we got them for vermin control outside on the homestead. I know that sounds pretty rough, but we did. We got Bonnie and Briscoe. Let me tell you, those are some little predators. They are doing their job. So they don't come in. I've let them slip in once just to, walk in the kitchen, say hey, and go by. But no, we've got our dogs. The dogs are inside dogs. They can't be inside. Spearmint, got that, 80 days. That I would say is going to be invasive, okay? It can grow up to 2 feet tall. Mint will grow back year after year after year and can tolerate cold weather well. Dry for a homemade herbal tea or add to lemonade. I'm just going to say personally, if I was going to start with herbs, I would buy a mint plant, or either I would try something that was not so hard to germinate. Like this is going to be hard to germinate indoors. This is saying 10 to 16 days. I would say if you got a heat mat on it, it's going to be that. You know, I don't know. It takes a long time. This is something I've never tried before. I'm excited. Anise. Have y'all ever heard of that? I got it all this year. Okay. 14 days to germinate. It's native to Eastern Mediterranean and the Middle East. Has strong licorice flavor. Used to flavor many recipes. Grows 18 inches tall. Great addition to the pantry. Topped with umbrellas of white blossoms. 75 days. I'm hoping to have just an entire herb garden or plant some of these things in between, like my tomato plants. Different things to keep pests away. So we'll see. Even around the perimeter of my pasture garden. Maybe just let them live there. All right, rosemary. This is one of the hardest things on earth to germinate indoors. I've done that before. 80 to 90 days, that's to maturity. That's what it feels like to germinate it. 15 to 25 days. One of the most popular herbs, guys. I use this every day. I love rosemary. I put it straight in my tea. That's what I do. I don't know. I don't even know if you're supposed to do that. I love it. I love rosemary on chicken. I love rosemary any way you slice it. The smell, bath stuff, fragrance. I love rosemary. So we're going to do that. Yes, you can root clippings. You can root clippings off a lot of this stuff. I just want to start it from seed and do it on my own. So that's just what I did. Okay, I'm going to set those aside because I want to do those together. Oregano, salsa, okay. 60 days. There's all different types of oregano, guys. I just got their Italian oregano. So if you can a lot, you'll understand that. Fennel, bronze leaf fennel. Crimson bronze variety that is slow to bolt. Let's see here. Leaves have a sweet licorice flavor that is perfect for adding to salads, coleslaw, or salad dressings. Seeds can be used to freshen breath. 50 to 60 days. There was a reason I got this, but I just cannot remember why right now. When I first saw it, it reminded me of either asparagus or that pampas grass. If y'all remember that stuff growing everywhere. It took gasoline to annihilate it. You know?
Gasoline won't kill it.
Chainsaw. I mean, so I said, oh no, this one will definitely have to go in a container. I can't be planting that in the ground. Italian dandelion, got that. Greens are nutritionally potent with just as much iron as spinach and 4 times as much vitamin A. 1 cup of dandelion greens also contains 535% of the recommended allowance of vitamin K and is a good source of vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and potassium. It is not a weed, rather a superfood when you open your mind to it. 70 days to maturity. Last spring, everybody and their mother went crazy for clover jelly. I think it was clover jelly, dandelion jelly, rose jelly, rose jam. So trying to get a head start on this stuff here. I'm not going to plant dandelions all out in my yard, guys. I'm going to have a special little place for this stuff. So don't think I just went crazy because we really don't. We've got more clover everywhere than dandelions, but because I haven't looked for them during the canning craze. All right, echinacea, purple coneflower. Beautiful purple light flower, repels deer and attracts pollinators. If anybody has ever grown this, can they answer and see if it has repelled deer?
Tell Poodle good night. He's got to go.
Good night, Poodle. All right, see you later, Poodle. We're just about ready to wrap it up here. I got the last few things, but they're the most important that I've got. 65 days. Coneflowers have been used medicinally for centuries, and I'm reading off this packet to help with sleep, stress, and flu-like symptoms, drought resistance. So I'm going to see if the deer will back away from those. I have heard a lot of people say that. Okay, and then I got holy basil. Holy basil, 55 to 65 days. Regarded as one of the most important herbs ever discovered. Used for centuries in herbal teas for its soothing properties. Has been used to shorten flu symptoms, aid in respiratory function, and to ward off the common cold. Holy basil grows much like traditional basil varieties, but does not bush as much. Produces flowers quickly to attract pollinators. Does well indoors when the weather changes. When pruned, holy basil remains compact. It's also container friendly. So that was my basil. Okay, last but not least, I have, let's see, I've got them in. I got flowers this year. Don't do flowers well. I just don't. I planted zinnias a couple years ago. They did okay. I planted some sunflowers last year. They did great. But I got flowers and for a specific reason. I have 2 packets of calendulas here. I have Pacific Beauty Mix calendula. And then I have the Pink Surprise. It's the 2 that I bought. Harvest for Bouquets, Dry and Teas, and Tinctures. Petite blooms on stems that grow up to 16 inches tall. See, guys, when I first got into this, I didn't even know what this stuff was. I still am just thumbing my way through it, but I'm learning as I go. 95 to 105 days to maturity. So, that, you know, that's going to take a long time. And then he tells you how to plant them. So, that's just what I got, okay? Now, last but not least, I think my favorite thing that I'm so excited about, y'all, is I got nasturtiums. If y'all have ever heard of nasturtiums before, you've seen these probably at your local planting store, Home Depot, something like that. But I got 3 different kinds. I got apricot, however you pronounce it, nasturtiums. I got peach melba nasturtiums. I got every one they had, okay? And jewel mix nasturtiums. Now, the only problem with this is I saw that they grow in like a mound, and someone said that they saw a timber rattler hiding up under them. So now I'm petrified to grow the nasturtiums. You know, we're in rattler country here. But nasturtiums have a lot of properties, and I am excited to try them. So I'm just going to read off the back of one packet. Those were kind of hand-drawn, but this will show you the pretty picture. Nasturtiums are a delicious and nutritious flower. Not only are the flowers edible, but the leaves are edible as well as the seed pods. A peppery treat to any salad, they bring flavor and beauty to the table. Excellent edging plant for flower beds and vegetable gardens, and attractive in hanging baskets and planters. Interplant throughout your garden as a trap crop, protecting your produce crops. I got a lot of trap crops here tonight too. 50 days to maturity, and someone else said the Blue Hubbard, you know, is a trap crop. So that's what I got. You can see mainly I got herbs. I got tomatoes just because I'm a tomato fanatic. I think every gardener kind of is. But I'm going to tell you, I like corn as much as tomatoes. A lot of people, they've watched our channel for the corn. They love to see the corn grow. I love to see the corn. I mean, that's what I struggle with the most. And, you know, I like all the different kind of corns as much as I do tomatoes. But you just can't do it, really, with all the pollination problems. So, all right. Who do we have tonight, and who's getting what?
We got Lisa, Soapy Gal, and Patty that are getting seeds tonight. And that is...
I'll turn the camera towards you so they can see.
Lisa's getting a pickling cucumber. Soapy Gal wanted the Indian corn.
Didn't they go to bed?
No.
Okay, they're still up. Okay.
She's still up.
Poodle went to bed. Okay.
And Patty's getting the Sunbright peppers.
Okay.
Y'all don't forget to go to the channel, send us email with your address so we can get these in the mail to y'all.
Yes, and it's HarmonHomestead@yahoo.com. So I think we did great. I'm still going to get Atkinson tomatoes. So many people love those around here. And I'm going to get a few, just very few more, but they're not for me, guys. They're for everybody else. So that's what I'm doing. But you can see I'm going to go hard in for the herbs this year. Herbs, trying some different things. And who knows? Like I've said before, your garden is your form of art. If you want to plant 55 kinds of corn out there, you can go do that. I mean, no one can tell you no. You may not have success. I may not have success, but at least I say I tried. So, hey, I say go for it. But anyways, this was Mr. Homestead's first live and first video, really. I've had to whittle at him for 4 years to get on YouTube. So I'm finally got him to do it. So y'all give him a big hand, and we will get these seeds out to you guys this week. Harmon Homestead, we got a lot coming out this week, guys. So follow along. All right, thank y'all so much. We'll see you next time. Have a good night.